Welcome to this video. My name is Rab and I help people empower themselves. And in today's video, let's talk about how to live an empowered life. And we're gonna do this by learning about 6 human needs as explained by Mr. Tony Robbins. Let's begin. So I've been a huge fan of Tony Robbins' work, and a couple of years ago I went to Unleash the Power Within. It was attended by I think almost 12,000 people, and on the first day we learned about these 6 human needs, which was like a really transformational thing for me, and this is why I wanted to share it with you guys. And applying these concepts into your life can be a game changer for you, because it was really for me. So let's begin. According to Tony Robbins, we have 6 human needs, and all these needs are already there within us. Some might be more important than the others, but these different needs are always driving us at any given point of our life. So the first need we have is the need for certainty. So we all have these need for certainty. For example, we might need the paycheck every month, and the need for shelter, the need for food. These all are like our primary needs, are all our need for certainty. So going on to the next one, which is the need for uncertainty. We also need some variety in our life. That's why we need to go out to seek some pleasure. Might need to go out to travel and gain more experience in life, which is to get out of our mundane lifestyle, So the need for uncertainty is always there. That's why these 2 needs are a little paradoxical, and you will see that these 2 other needs are also going to be a little paradoxical, because in one hand, we will need the need for certainty to thrive, and at the same time, if we keep living the same old certain lifestyle, it's just gonna become really boring, and you might just go out the other way towards the uncertainty, where you're living this lifestyle which is just like random, trying to do all these like spontaneous things and things like that, right? Let's move on to the next human needs. Now, we all have this need to be seen or heard, or just to feel special. And whether it is in our society or our community or just our family or just our significant other too, we just have this innate need for the need to be understood by somebody around us. That's why a lot of people go chasing after these fame and things like that, and it's just a need to be significant for the most part. So the next need we have is the need for love and connection, and we all want to be loved because we're all human beings. But sometimes people are so disconnected that they just forget about this need. These 2 are also paradoxical, just like the last 2 needs that we are talking about, because in one hand, we might need love and connection. We might value them. So we might think that we need more love and connection, but all we're seeking is significant. So it's really important for us to observe that in our lives. And the last 2 needs that we have are the spiritual needs, and they are the need for growth and contribution. We all have this innate need to keep growing, whether it be through learning something or just experiencing more. And without that, life just becomes really mundane, like we're talking about in the need for uncertainty. And the last human need that we have is the need for contribution, because we're all part of this society. Sometimes the best way to experience the life at its purest form of joy and pleasure is just by giving back to others, whether it be through the things that you do or maybe contributing to your favorite charity or your church or whatever kind of contribution you believe in. So those are our 6 human needs. Now let's talk about how we can use this to live a more empowered lifestyle. Now I'm not gonna go in depth about what all we learned in the seminar, but there was one exercise that we did which was of great help to me, and that's what I wanted to share with you. And it starts by identifying what your top 2 needs are. So what is your need? For example, is it the need for certainty? For example, you might want to be feeling certain that every time you go home, and you want to make sure that you have a roof under your head, and you might want to make sure that everybody in your family is fed. So the need for certainty is something that is really driving you. The second need that you have is the need for contribution. Now sometimes these needs also have some negative aspects in our life, and that's when we get into trouble. Now someone might think that this is looking pretty healthy, right? But what might happen is, if your need for certainty is getting too much out of control, for example, you might need to control people in order to feel certain. For example, if you don't hear back from somebody, you start getting really frustrated and mad. That's where this need for certainty might be channeling into and might be creating problems in your life. And same thing with the need for contribution. Now, if you're contributing more than you have, that might be a problem too. There needs to be a balance in order for these need to be making you thriving in your life. I'm gonna share with you what happened to me in that seminar, which might help you to kind of identify your own needs and apply it into your life, because sometimes these needs might be just operating out of shadow. At first, I thought my top two needs were the need for connection and the need for growth. That's Rav's two needs, right? So that was what I thought my two needs were. But what I found out once I started to dig in was my most top need wasn't actually the need for connection or growth, neither of those. It was the need for significance. Now, when I was growing up, I felt like a nobody, you see. I was always bullied in school. Even at home, I was the youngest. But at the same time, I felt like my parents always preferred my sisters. I don't know if that was true or not, but that's how I felt. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. But what I'm saying is, I thought that I had this innate need for connection. That's why I was doing a lot of music back then. What I actually figured was it was a need for significance. I just wanted to feel heard. I just wanted to feel seen. That's the reason that was driving me. And sometimes I was just doing things in a very neurotic way, People wouldn't always respond to the way I would expect them to, because they all have their own things to do in their lives, right? So when my music wasn't getting noticed, I would get very much frustrated because it was just coming from the sense of trying to get some attention instead of trying to get connected with people. So a healthy musician, I think the best way for him to reach people is just trying to make music in hopes to connect with other people out there, or just maybe gain more listeners and subscribers. But for me, it was just trying to get this sense of validation. That's why my sense of need was totally flawed. And after that, what I was determined to do was I wanted to have the real need that I wanted to be where it was in the place, right? So instead of having the need for significance in the place, I just wanted the need for love and connection to be over there. So there was need for significance, there was need for growth. So instead of just trying to replace this need for significance with love, what I did was I just moved the need for growth as the first need. And after that, what happened was the need for love and connection just came as secondary. So after I came back, I just stopped playing music. I don't know, some of you guys might remember this, but I was pretty much active with my band Skinny is Green back in the day. And this was like in 2018. Once I got back from the seminar, I had to really make this hard decision because everything that I was doing was just like my ego trying to get this sense of validation, So once I figured that out, I just wanted to stop that. Not that I wasn't passionate about the music, but it was just where it was coming from, that wasn't healthy and was just keeping me very much unhappy in my life. So I had to really dig down deep into the roots. My need for growth automatically replaced my need for significance. Then after that, I was able to pull out the need for love and connection like I actually wanted to. So I was able to reorient my life according to these needs. And after that, guess what happened? I started becoming more happier. I thought that not doing music was gonna be making me feel very miserable. Actually, I'm doing it in a way where it feels more fulfilled than before, because right now I'm just playing it as a form of self-expression and let my soul out. And I still put videos out there and I'm still like making songs, but it's not in a way where I'm trying to get validation from others. It's not like this neurotic way to get some sense of being seen or heard by other people. So what you can do is, in order for you to live that kind of empowered lifestyle, what you can do is just figure out what your top two needs are and what is driving you. Are they healthy sense of needs, or are they just like neurotic needs? Even the need for growth could be neurotic, like I said. So there needs to be a balance. That's what all these human needs are all about. And after you figure out what your two basic human needs are, you can just orient your life in such a way that is more satisfactory for you, instead of these needs driving you unconsciously without you not knowing what is going on in your life for the most part. That's where the unhappiness is gonna come in your life for the most part, because you're just being driven by these needs very unconsciously. And once you figure these needs out in your lives and which needs are actually driving you, your life is going to be very much empowered, and that's what I wanted to share with you in this video today. I hope that was of some help to you guys. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. And as always, I'm gonna be back with another video soon. Until then, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell, so next time when I put out a video, you're the first one to see it, and I would love for that to happen. With that being said, guys, let's end this video right here. We'll be back with another video soon. Goodbye and namaste.